So here is my second attempt at a battle between the two new theme decks from Emerging Powers. I attempted a battle yesterday, but because it was just brand new decks and I really wasn't paying much attention to the cards, I made a few misplays. One person pointed out that I didn't have the decks on the right side. Should have had Scolipede on Scolipede side and Crocodile on Crocodile side. I missed a burn flip, and I also misplayed Socks Attack 5 Fierce Chops. You're only supposed to you use it once and then you can't use it the next turn, and I was using it repeatedly. So I'm going to go ahead, and now that I'm a little more familiar with these decks, go ahead and give it another try and see what happens. So I'm shuffling up the decks before the match, and I already shuffled them a little bit better before this. Cut them, just because that's what your opponent is likely going to do. And then we draw 7 cards to start. So we have a couple of basics. I'm going to go ahead and put the Pidove on the bench and the Gothita as my active Pokemon. And I like that to be my active Pokemon because for 1 energy, it puts it to sleep. Puts my opponent to sleep. So now that I have basics out, I put down my prize cards. And now let's draw for green. Only 1 basic. These other 2 are stage 1, so we can't play those. If I had not drawn a basic, that would be called a mulligan. I would have to shuffle my hand in, draw another 7, and my opponent would then get to draw a card. Alright, so heads Scolipede, tails Crocodile. It's tails, so Crocodile's going to go first. So, you draw a card to start off the game. Well, this is interesting. I have the Gigalith and the Boldore ready in hand, but I don't have the basic. So I'm going to play my communication to throw in the Crocodile to get out that basic. Yeah. The Roggenrola. Always shuffle your deck anytime you go through to search anything out. That way your opponent knows you're not stacking the deck. Allow your opponent to cut if they wish. And I'm going to play that basic, and because it takes 4 energy to attack, I'm just going to go ahead and let Minccino be my sacrifice while I build up this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. I'm going to draw for my turn, for Blue's turn. Attach 1 Psychic Energy. And I will put Minccino to sleep with Hypnotic Gaze. So Minccino rolls in between turns. It's heads, so it's awake. And if you ever forget what the conditions do, if you're playing with the starting mat, they have them listed out on the sides. Or you can always ask your opponent. The conditions are pretty easy to get mixed up, so it's not a big deal. Draw a card for my turn. I'm going to evolve to Boldore. Attach a 2nd energy. And I'm going to go ahead and play that Sandile on the bench too. Just in case I need a little more time to get the Gigalith going, I can always sacrifice a Sandile. So I'm going to pass. Blue is going to draw for their turn. And I'm unfortunately really not drawing into too much to help me. I'm drawing into stage 1s, but I'm not drawing into another basic or a supporter. So I'm going to attach another energy. And I will do double slap, which does 20 times the number of heads. And I flip 2. And they're both tails, so it does nothing. When I attack, my turn ends, so green draws for the turn. Yeah, I'm going to keep this basic in hand in case I draw another communication to possibly evolve one of these 2. But I'm going to go ahead and attach that 3rd energy, and I will pass. So blue draws for turn. Woobat. Doesn't really help me very much. It's a basic, but it doesn't have any evolutions in this deck. It could possibly paralyze. But I think for now, I'm just going to start building up this Pidove. But I'll put it on the bench just in case. And I will use double slap again. For 1 heads, so it does 20. And it's green's turn. Great, we drew into the last fighting energy that we needed to build up Boldore. So they're kind of all stuffed in there. I'll clean him up a little bit more. And I'll go ahead and evolve into Gigalith. And I'm going to leave this in my hand just in case I draw that communication to be able to draw into something else. Now I just need a switch, or I don't know if this deck runs switch. One energy to get this guy out of the way. But for now, I have to pass. Another basic that doesn't really help me out at the moment. Really need more energy, or something that evolves from that. So, kind of in a predicament right now. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just get the knockout. So I'll use double slap again. 2 heads, so that does 40, which brings him up to 60. And that knocks him out. Wasn't even paying attention to his HP. So that knocks him out. I draw a prize, which is a switch that might come in handy. And now I'm going to bring up the Gigalith. So let's clean up the energy a bit. Alright. Draw for turn. Great Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and play that Great Ball since there's really nothing else I can do. So I draw the top 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since that's the only Pokemon in, I have no choice but to get that one. Go ahead and shuffle up really well. We'll cut. And I'll go ahead and place that on the bench. And I will use Rock Bullet, which does 40 plus 20 for each fighting energy attached. So that's 40 for the base, 60, 80, 100. Easily knocks out the Gothita. So, take a prize card. Energy Search. Perfect. And, anything can be knocked out by it. So I'm just going to sacrifice this Woobat until I can hopefully get something else going on the bench. Draw for my turn. So unfortunately I'm just not drawing into the basics for the stage 1s in my hand. There's still a chance I can get a Tranquil or a Domanitan though. Tranquil only needs I think 3 energy, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there, and I have no choice but to pass. Green draws a card. Another fighting, so I could possibly attach that there and be doing 120. Gonna play Energy Search. Go for another fighting energy. We'll cut. Put that in my hand. Go ahead and attach to Sandile. And I'll hit Woobat for 100. Take a prize. Water energy. And let's sacrifice the Darumaka. Draw. Sigilyph. Alright. Yeah, Gust only does 20. So I need the energy. So I'm going to do that to get those 2 back. The problem is anything can be knocked out in just one hit with these guys. But I'm going to attach one here and just pass and hope I pull into something else. Green, another energy. So we'll attach to Sandile, and we'll hit Darumaka for 100. Take another prize, Chinchina. We'll put up the Pidove, draw for turn. There's the Gothorita, a little too late. We'll attach to Sigilyph, and we'll put some damage on him. We'll do Gust for 20. Green draws. Throw, another throw. Go ahead and put that there. We can put one throw on the bench. And, yeah, hit him for 100. Which actually only hits him for 80 because of the resistance, but still more than enough to knock him out. Draw another prize. And we're down to 1 basic. Well, we're in the game. And do the Pansage. The only attack I can do is quick turn, flip 2 coins, does 10 times the number of heads. I mean, we're really not getting anywhere. It does 10, so that's 30. We'll draw for the turn. Put Basculin down. Let's attach 1 to throw. And hit it for 100 for knockout. Put up the Pansear. Now we get the communication that we could have used a long time ago. But now we have no energy. So I'm going to go ahead and communicate in one of the Whirlipedes for a Venipede. There's really no point in evolving because he's going to be knocked out anyways. And I really need some energy. So I have to pass. Put this on the bench as well. I know we're kind of getting in the prize cards area, but that's okay. We'll attach 1 for turn. 100, knock it out. Draw the prize. Potion. So now we draw 1 energy, but it really doesn't matter. It's a fire energy. We need Psychic to attack. So I can evolve, but it still only does for 90. And I can attach, but there's really no hope. And I have no choice but to pass. Gigalith draws for the turn. Oops. Fighting energy. I'll attach. And knocks it out. So unfortunately, that was a pretty favored game in this one side. Just, yeah, this could not draw into really anything it needed. And let's see what the prizes were. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, not drawing into a supporter either really hurt. So yeah, again, green wins. So I think I'm going to try this deck, this battle out one more time since this was a pretty quick match, just to see which deck plays better. But yeah, so far greens won both times. So yeah, we'll see if blue can pull one out.